Huawei arguably has one of the most exciting and highly anticipated announcements of the year with the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro. We seriously haven't been this excited, and there are several reasons why we feel the way we do with this pair. When it comes to forward-thinking smartphones, there's a lot going for the Mate 20 Pro specifically. It's not merely a slight upgrade from the P20 Pro from earlier this year, which was also quite a compelling package on its own, but the Mate 20 Pro will astound you in many ways like it did us when we checked it out. We're presented with two smartphones bearing premium designs with their glass meets metal constructions and distinguishable triple cameras. However, that's just about where the similarities end. The Mate 20 for starters features a rear-planted fingerprint sensor, a headphone jack, and a less noticeable notch with its display. Meanwhile, the Mate 20 Pro is narrower and easier to handle with one hand. And even though the Mate 20 Pro ditches the headphone jack in the process, it benefits from having an IP68 water-resistant construction. Yes, there's a wider notch with its display, which is a distraction of sorts, but it houses a new 3D depth sensing camera system similar to the technology deployed on the iPhone XS. You might be wondering if the implementation replaces the fingerprint sensor entirely for unlocking the phone, but that's not the case. The most notable thing about the Mate 20 Pro is its in-screen fingerprint sensor. It's the first commercially available smartphone in the US to offer such a thing. And you know what? It works flawlessly. When you place your finger over the sensor, it illuminates to show you where it's at, and it pretty much works as it's intended. So we checked out the Twilight Gradient version of the Mate 20, which is really nice because of that gradient color look, and then we also checked out this new Hyper Optical pattern finish with the Mate 20 Pro. It kind of has this subtle textured feel to it, it kind of mimics vinyl, and it does better with resisting smudges. As we take a look at the displays, there are noticeable differences that are easy to discern on the surface. The Mate 20 packs a 6.53-inch Full HD Plus HDR LCD display with an 18.7:9 screen aspect ratio. Even though it's not a pixel packing monster like its sibling, it's still pleasantly detailed and gets the job done. Plus, the notch is remarkably less conspicuous. However, the richer color tones produced by the Mate 20 Pro's 6.3-inch 2K OLED display easily commands more of our attention, as well as its wider viewing angles. That should come as no surprise given that those are hallmark qualities with OLED screens. Spending just a little bit of time playing around with the two new Mates, Huawei invested some time simplifying the experience. It's evolved a little bit here with EMUI 9.0, which is running on top of Android 9.0 Pie. In a way, they've consolidated the experience to eliminate any of the redundancies. So rather than having multiple ways of accomplishing simple things, like changing the wallpaper for example, they've streamlined it to make it a lot simpler. As a whole though, EMUI 9.0 still kind of remains similar to past iterations. Functionally, it suffices, but it'll be interesting to see if it can give the Note 9 a run for its money. Both phones leverage the new 7nm processor in the Kirin 980, and they easily exhibit the fluid movements and responses that we all want out of a flagship. It's no surprise that we have triple camera systems here with the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro, especially after they follow the P20 Pro from earlier this year. Now, it's tough to say if we're fans of the square arrangement of the three cameras and flash on the back of the phones, but the new Leica triple camera affair breaks down to a main wide-angle 40-megapixel camera with an f1.8 lens, you have an 8-megapixel telephoto camera with OIS, and then you have an ultra-wide-angle 20-megapixel f2.4 camera, and that's all accompanied with a dual-tone flash. There's a lot to be excited about when it comes to snapping photos and videos because this new system offers a 2.5cm macro photography so you get really close to your subjects. You have also enhanced Master AI 2.0 for better scene recognition. You have also new AI cinema mode for video, and you have object recognition for active tracking in real time. We've seen already the versatility of the P20 Pro's cameras, but the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro introduces that new ultra-wide-angle lens to allow even more of the scene to be covered. Over on the video side, it should prove quite useful, as well as in giving content creators even more control. However, it remains unseen for now whether or not it will have enough of the features to overtake the LG V40 ThinQ as the master of video. Even with their svelte bodies, Huawei is able to cram in sizable batteries into its phones. There's a 4000 mAh battery cell in the Mate 20 and an even higher 4200 mAh battery in the Mate 20 Pro. With the Mate 20 Pro specifically, it offers a 40-watt supercharging mode that can fill up its battery by 70% with only 30 minutes of charging. And yes, the Mate 20 Pro features wireless charging as well, which is something noticeably absent with the P20 Pro. However, the coolest feature has to be its ability to transform into a wireless charger of its own, allowing it to charge other wireless-enabled smartphones. It's a good way to help top off a friend whose battery is low, as you just simply place the phone on top of the Mate 20 Pro to charge. If we're to look at the Mate 20 and Mate 20 Pro on the surface, you could say it's very much on the same playing field as its contemporaries. Stunning designs? Check. High-end specs? Check. Killer camera systems? Check and check. While the Mate 20 is a formidable smartphone, one that happily continues to adopt the headphone jack and also carries the same triple camera system as its sibling, it's still the Mate 20 Pro that's the more compelling phone. Superficially, it's worthy of being a flagship caliber smartphone to the other handful of phones we've seen announced this fall so far, but it differentiates itself in establishing some new standards. In terms of pricing, we haven't been given concrete information about them yet, but you can expect the Mate 20 Pro's cost to rival that of other newcomers in the space. Certainly expect to reach the $1,000 threshold when it launches. You shouldn't be too shocked if it's launched at an even higher price point. As of right now, it's anticipated to even reach $1,100, which is still pricey, but if there's a phone around the $1,000 range worth pursuing, the Mate 20 Pro is an absolutely promising prospect. And that is it for a quick hands-on look here with the Huawei Mate 20 and the Mate 20 Pro. If you guys want to learn more about them, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V, signing off.